Hi everyone, Ben here from Rural Guitar School. Today we're going to do a lesson on target tones. We're going to use the pentatonic scale as our home base, and we're going to target some tones from the chords that we're going to play, and we're just going to work around a basic blues today in A, and we're going to figure out which notes sound best and how we can use them to create a solo of our own. So let's get to it. So here's the A minor pentatonic scale I'm going to play for you now as the parent scale for the A blues, and we're going to use it today around our target tones. Okay, so there's the A minor pentatonic scale. So the pentatonic scale, or the A minor pentatonic scale, which is also relative to the C major pentatonic scale, because there's always a relative major key to a minor key, we can play all the way up and down the fretboard. So I'm going to show you a couple of ideas in different positions today so that we can expand our knowledge and our thinking, our creativity when trying to create solos. And we're going to start from open position and work through the pentatonic scale all the way up the fretboard. So I have 5 different positions we play the pentatonic scale in, which is relative to the fact that there's 5 notes in the pentatonic scale. So let's have a go at them now, starting from the open position. So the first one we have starts on E. So we have E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, G, G. And we can slide up to the A if you wanted to finish it off. Okay, the next position starts from the G. So we go up to the 3rd fret with our 2nd finger. So we always play in position, okay? We try and keep our fingers as organised as we can, and then we won't get tied up when we start to get faster. So let's start from the G. Here we go. G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A. Okay, the next one is the one we started with, the A minor pentatonic. A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C. Okay, the next position is the major pentatonic. So it starts up 3 frets from the minor pentatonic on the C. Okay, so 2nd finger on the C, starting from 7th position. Here we go. C, D, E, G, A, C, D, E, G, A, C, D. Let's go from the D now. So we're in 9th position, starting with our 2nd finger on the 10th fret. We're going to play the A minor or C major pentatonic scale. Here we go. So 2nd finger, 10th fret, 6th string. D, E, G, A, C, D, Okay, we've got 12, which is E, G, which is the 15th fret. 12 on the 5th string is A, 15th is C, 12 on the 4th string is D, and we have E, which is the 14th fret. G is the 3rd string, 12th fret. A, 14th fret, 3rd string. C, 2nd string, 13th fret. D, 15th fret, 2nd string. E, 12th fret, 1st string. And finally G, which is on the 15th fret of the 1st string. And remember, we slid up to finish off to the root, which is the A. So that's the positions of the pentatonic scale all the way up the neck. So now we're going to go and look at the chordal notes, the notes of the chords that we're playing in the blues. Then we're going to combine the two to create, hopefully, a nice solo. Okay, so when we play the blues, we've got 3 chords. In the basic form, we have an A7 or an A. Let's take it and make it a 7 chord, which means we're going to take our little finger off that bar chord shape, or we can do it in the jazz form, which I would use sometimes, or in open position. Okay, so that's our first chord is A7. The second chord is D7. So let's do it again. There's our D bar chord. We flatten the 7th, we get a D7, which is that shape just there. Okay, to do the more traditional shape, we put our 3rd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. Look through the chord charts that I've done in the other lessons if you're confused about any of these shapes, because you'll find them there. Probably easier than me covering them all now. Okay, so here's D7. And then in open position, D7 is down here. Okay, so the next one that we're going to do is E7. So E7, we can do it bar chord form like that, or we can do it in our traditional like that, or let's do it in an open position down there like that. Okay, so they're the 3 chords that we're working with today for the blues. Let's go through the chordal notes for each of those chords. So the first one is A7. So we're going to do an A7 arpeggio. So that means we're going to play the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and the flat 7. So the arpeggios are basically, we're playing the chords, but we're playing the notes 1, 3, 5, and then flat 7, one at a time. If you're confused about the construction of the chords, go back and read through lesson 2, part A and B, where we talk about how you take the intervals from a scale to create the chords. So that will catch you up. Today, let's just go through these arpeggios. So we've got A7 to begin with. So we've got A on the 5th fret, 6th string, C sharp on the 4th fret, 5th string, E, 7th fret, 5th string, G on the 5th fret, 4th string, A again on the 7th fret, 4th string, C sharp on the 3rd string, 6th fret, E on the 5th fret, 2nd string, G, 8th fret, 2nd string, and A on the 5th fret, 1st string. Okay, so let's play that now together. So let's take that now and move it up to the 10th fret. So we're playing from the 9th position on the fretboard, and we're going to play the same arpeggio build off the 6th string in D. So it's going to be a D7 arpeggio. So we've got D, F sharp, A, C, D, F sharp, A, C, D. We go up to the 3rd there, we can play another F sharp. Okay, we go up 2 more frets, that's going to take us to the 5 chord or the E7. So we've got E, G sharp, B, to the G sharp if you like. Okay, let's do them from the 5th string. So we can go, let's go from the 12th fret for the A. So we've got A, C sharp, E, G, A, C sharp, E, G, A. Okay, 5th string for the D. Let's go down to the 4th position, 4th fret. So we're going to use the 2nd finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string. Starting on D. Here we go. D, F sharp, A, C, D, F sharp, A, C, and let's slide up to the D. There we finish on our root. Okay, let's go up to the E, 7th, starting with the 2nd finger on the 7th fret. So we're in 6th position. Here we go. E, G sharp, B, D, E, G sharp, B, D, and we finish on E. That's the 7 arpeggios off the 6th and 5th string, which we're going to use today for our lesson on target tones. Okay, so let's take it one step further and let's use both the chordal notes and the scale notes to create some really strong phrases. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the chordal notes as our target tones. They're the tones that we're aiming for, and in between those we're going to use our scale to get there. So between the two, what we're going to do is create a lot of colour because we're using the strength of those chordal notes, which sound really good and really true to each of the chords, and the scale which bends itself a little bit more outside in between, so that we keep the interest of the phrases and the solo flowing. So let's start with A7. So we're going to do this in the framework of the top half of the arpeggio. Okay, just to keep it simple. Simple's good to start with because we can start to think about what we're really playing. So we're going to use A, C sharp, E, G, and A, maybe G sharp, as our target tones for the A7 chord. And in between we're going to use the A minor pentatonic scale. Okay, so we can start to build our licks by using the scale to lead into some of those chord tones. For example, if we were going to use the third to finish on, we might do something like scale and come back to our chordal tone. There's our third again. Okay, if we're going to finish on the fifth, we might do something like this. We're ending on the E there. Okay, so see how I went up that time in my melody. I didn't just go down. You got to mix it up. Every time we create a new phrase, we want to do something different to keep it interesting. So let's do another one. Okay, so let's finish on the root. Okay, so that's A7. Let's look at D7. So if we go D7 chord, we can do that now in the same position. So we can go and say there's D, there's F sharp, there's A, there's C. Okay, so we can use each of those notes amongst the scale as our target tones and create a strong sounding phrase. Here we go. Let's try it. So D. Let's start with the third. Okay, let's go to the fifth, the A. Okay, the seventh. Okay, let's go to E7. Okay, so for our E, okay, so we're going to target G sharp first. Okay, let's go to the B. You'll notice I just threw in a flat 5 there, which is part of the blues scale. We'll get to that later. It's also a nice coloured note as well. Okay, so let's try and put it all together now and create a bit of a solo and see what we can come up with. Let's just play in one spot. So there's D, A to the third. Back to the 7 for the D. There's the third. Scale. Back to the root of the A. To the fifth. Scale. Third, 7th for the E. 7th for the D. the A. Scale. Finish on the E7. Seventh of the A. To the fifth. To the D. Third. Third of the A. Seventh, the E. There's a third. There you go. I hope that was helpful. Have some fun on your own and go make some great solos. Bye.